there's an important conversation to be had about courageous leadership that predates Ferguson. And so while I think it's important for us to talk about this conversation through the lens of Ferguson, I don't think we should get confused that Ferguson represents something unique or new.
I want to suggest that courageous leadership is three things. It's many things, but three things in particular. One, that it is proximal. Two, that it is truthful. And three, that it is consistently unapologetic.
When I think about through the lens of Ferguson, you could take out Ferguson and put in racism and it would be the same sense.
Love was the primary thing that was missing in the education of black children. It is the most important thing that they need, and particularly with boys, the thing that they are least likely to get.
When I think of true activism, I think about the ability and the seriousness that it takes to not just disrupt the status quo, which is the sexy stuff that we all see on Twitter, but actually shift the status quo, which is the stuff that happens in much, much more difficult spaces.
And if you think of an activist as someone who is actively trying to change something, it's much easier to ask forgiveness than get permission. And I would certainly urge people to do what they think they need to do.
Our focus is literacy. So the things that we believe that we can control is that, and already everybody wants to focus on something other than literacy. And our charge is, why are you scared to allow these black boys and brown boys learn how to read? What are you scared of?
People know that I'm on Twitter, and that Twitter space is part of, I'm always conscious of the fact that I'm not a private citizen on Twitter. But that doesn't mean that you have to handcuff yourself. You understand what your mission is. That's always going to be at the center, and I can't imagine doing what you do daily without that.
Considering the fact that 80% of the teachers in the country are white women, that we're waiting for only black leaders to be leading these children, we're going to be in trouble.
One of the things that we did in our region, and quite frankly across Teach for America, is take the responsibility to say, you know, everybody else, other people may be making a choice that this is not going to be a topic of conversation, but that is absolutely unacceptable in our work.
Conversation, I think it's a conversation that TFA needs to have everywhere.